For 3 hours, the woman in seat 21C hadn't spoken a single word. No small talk, no eye contact. Just silence, her gaze fixed on the clouds over the Atlantic. Most passengers thought she was shy. A few thought she was cold. None of them knew the truth. Her name was Maya Torres, but on the flight manifest she was just another traveler going from New York to London. She wore jeans, a grey jacket, and the quiet sadness of someone carrying memories too heavy to share. Then everything changed. A sudden rush of footsteps, a flight attendant pale with fear, an announcement cracking through the speakers. If there is a doctor on board, please come to the cockpit immediately. Minutes later, panic spread. Both pilots had collapsed from food poisoning. Autopilot was holding the aircraft, but not for long. A man in first class stood up, voice sharp with command. A Navy SEAL. He marched down the aisle, looked at the terrified passengers and shouted, "Who can fly this aircraft? Anyone with flight experience, stand up now." Silence. A teenager began to cry. A businessman whispered prayers. The SEAL's voice cracked, desperation setting in. And then the impossible happened. The quiet woman from 21C rose to her feet. "I can," she said. Every head turned. Standing tall now, eyes steady, she added, "I'm a military pilot, special operations, 8 years flying Black Hawks. I can help." Within seconds, she was in the cockpit, slipping into the captain's seat, hands moving with the certainty of someone who had flown through storms no civilian could imagine. Hours later, against turbulence, failing systems, and sheer terror, she brought the jet down safely on an emergency runway, saving 150 souls on board. When she stepped out, passengers stared at her in awe. The silent woman from seat 21C wasn't silent anymore. She was a hero.